Welcome to another movie. As you can see, this time we have a Hovercraft. So actually this one I did get with a small damage because someone did leave a battery inside, not in the correct space on the box, and that broke one of the protectors, the locks of the cover, but I did glue it. That's why it's not mounted with the wire inside, but I still want to show you this toy. Okay, so what it is a Zhi Lun 6649 radio control hovercraft, and this one don't have two motors on the back that allow you to control it, but have a fins, I don't know how to call it, a steers that directs the air from the rear fan in a specific direction. Let's see on the side. Of course, not many information because it's mostly the same. It's not mounted, so that may be hard to show it, but I will try a gentle bend like this. Of course, there are no wheels under it. It is on the air cushion, or how they, I don't know how they call it, a balloon under it, like the real ones. So this one needs 9-volt batteries, so that's atypical for a normal RC toys, not a RC machines, but a typical toys. I did not get this battery. I don't know if someone took it out or they forget about it, but that's not a problem. I see a GP battery. Okay, let me take it out and I will show you what do we have. Okay, here is what I did get with this set. Probably also will get a 9-volt batteries. Actually, I did not get it. I don't know if I still, no, I don't have my battery inside. So let's put that to the side and let me show you what you get. I get a European plug, a power adapter with the standard battery plug. We also get a battery, probably NCD or maybe NMH, but I think it's NCD. It's a HHY7805296 milliamps 6-volt battery. You get a antenna for a remote. It's unscrewable. It's long, it means it's not a 2.4 gigahertz as far as I understand. Basic controls, forward, backward, left, right. So actually this one is controlling the steering fins, and this one is controlling the motor on the back, and the motor that lifts the hovercraft is always on when it's on. So of course you get a manual. Nothing actually interesting in here. There is English also. Actually not much in here. I have no idea the high amount crowd people. I have no idea if this one can work on the water. I'm trying to, it's NCD battery is in here. Yes, the operation frequency 27 megahertz, 49 and 40, like I did say. So this one is designed on the water. It's 20 kilometers per hour on the ground and 5 kilometers above water surface. Operation distance outdoor is 70 meters. They didn't put a space. Or indoor 40 meters. 16, although it's not much, but it's still a lot in Chinese on this side, so we are not interested in that. This is the hovercraft itself. Here is the cover for the battery. Let me take this out. You have a battery in here, 27 megahertz. So I did get with this one broken. I did glue it, but I have no idea how long this will last. Maybe it will work. I have quite strong glue, but I have no idea. Let me take that out. Here is the fan that lift the hovercraft. Here is the fan that make it move, and a steering fins. I don't know how to call it, but they just move to the sides to control it, and a cheap metal antenna. It's for this frequency. It's nothing new, nothing very interesting under it. Interesting part is that it is designed to work on water, but there is a capacitor in here. When I did take the skirt off, there is a power switch with everything exposed to the water, so I'm really interested how this will work. But the electronic is in the box, and there is a I don't know how they call it, the white not foam, a styrofoam, I think that's called, that make it work or just float on the water. Okay, so let me prepare it. I will first connect the battery because I have on-off switch. So that's really hard to put it inside. I have no idea why. Probably one of the pins is bent. I know sometimes it is getting inside, sometimes and it's not, and I have no idea why. Not with the force. What's the problem in here? I think this one is bent. Do I have something flat? Yes, I have something flat. So this one is, as far as I can see, it's a little bent. That's maybe the problem. Nope, but the other one seems to stuck a little bit. No, those are cheap toys, so you cannot expect too much quality. So I clearly see it's this one, because that one is trying to get inside. And let me try to figure out what's the problem in here. Try to bend it a little bit more. Ah, yes, that's what I wanted to see. Now when you put the battery, this can stay like this because the cover itself is just covering it. So this one will lock and this one will still lock. I just don't know how long this will last. Maybe it's just easy to not put it over the ball, but probably you will not get so broken like this. Maybe it's the first one they made or something like that, but I always get something broken. It's not the fault of Banggood, it's mostly the fault of the shipping. So now I will turn off the camera because I need to search a 9-volt battery. Okay, I have my battery with the weird brand name. There's of course a plus minus. Mostly it's on a side of the battery. It's really tight in there, so it's quite hard to put it inside, but of course you will only put it once a while, so that's not a big deal. It's quite hard to even close that. Oh, come on, what did I did wrong? leave it like this. The switch is stuck. So it's on, it's off, and it doesn't matter. Oh, now it's off. That's weird, because now it's on, now it's off, and it's working, but sometimes it's turning on. Probably something is hitting the cable and making it. See, when I hit it, it's just turning on by itself. It's off. So it is really cheap. So for this money, it's not well made. Okay, so now first we'll again turn it on. We'll turn on the Hovercraft. So it is quite loud, so you may not hear me well. Or maybe not too much. My desk is not level, that's why it's trying to move it. Here's the steering and the control. And that's all from the battery. I did not charge it. I did a quick test just to see if it's working, and that's probably drained the battery. So actually I don't know if I have a space to test it, because I just tested on the floor in the home, and it's working. It's quite hard to control it because it's drifting so much. It's when you're going straight and you're turning, it's still going straight, trying to turn. So the cushion is really trying hard to bump from everything. It's not bad toy, but as you can see, remote is terrible. Sometimes it's just you cannot turn it off. It's turning by itself. So I don't know if I will waste my time to show how it's working. It is working, I can tell you that. It's quite fun, but you need a lot of space. It's mostly, I think, designed for the indoor. I will not test it on the water, because the battery, as you can see, when it's drained and you're trying to go forward or reverse, the second motor is just making it sink, because the battery will not push so much power to support both motors and still the steering. So that's a waste of battery. On the LiPo this would work, but it's not so great to upgrade so cheap toy. I would rather search for something bigger and upgrade that. For kids, why not? It is a toy, and you can see that just because of the 9-volt battery. It's on again. Because all the toys always have 9-volt batteries. New toys will have AA or maybe AAA if the remote is smaller, but on most of the past toys from past years, if there is a really cheap toy from a market, it's always 9-volt battery, and if you have a little better toy, it's always AA or sometimes AAA. So I think I will finish in here, because I can charge this batteries and show you. It is working. When you hit it, it's slowly starting to speed up and it's going, but it is still just a toy, so not much for me to show it. As you can see, it is moving really easy on smooth surface, so I think this one is mostly for a indoor, not for a outdoor. Because on the grass it will not work. Maybe on a street it will work, but the cushion will probably start to polish, and maybe it will wear out over the time. So it's for me it's more as a indoor battery, not a outdoor. Don't look at this damage. Probably you will not get a damaged one, but I don't care about it because I just like to repair some toys, something like that. So it's not bad, but you really can find better toys. Maybe not a swimming end on the ground, amphibious types, but looking at the money that this thing costs, you can spend a little bit more and get a cool car, or a tracked car that I just order and wait for it. So that one will be much better. As far as I know, it's not completely more expensive, but it's really much better than this one, as far as I know, and of course I will test that. So that's all for this one. I will not test it anymore because it's too cheap. Okay, see you in next movie.